Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. Today's video is the 5 looks 1 palette video with the amazing Celestial Divinity palette from Mcgrath. As you can see, I no longer have the little cords that went through the sides. I took them off because they were bugging me, and because the nature of this palette, please don't expect any like super everyday wearable looks in this video. This is just not an everyday wearable palette, so most of the looks that came out are just more on the glamorous, dramatic side, which I love. I had so much fun playing with this palette. I cannot wait for you guys to see all of these looks. If I missed any colors, if I didn't play with any of the colors in the palette, please check the other 3 looks that I have on the review video. So I have a total of 8 looks with this one, so if you bought it, you have a lot of looks to like inspire you to like recreate or come up with looks of your own. So definitely check out not just the 5 looks in this video, but also the 3 looks that I did when I reviewed this palette. I'm going to go ahead and link that video on the eye for you guys. And we have a lot to get to. This is a 5 looks video, so if you guys like it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. If you're new to my channel, I do tons of videos like this where I show you different ways in which you can use your palettes. So I definitely hope that you stick around and subscribe. And I have nothing else to say. Links to everything on my face are going to be down in the description box of this video in case you're interested on anything else that I'm wearing. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Let's begin with the first look, and I'm using my number 15 brush from REPHR and the color Venusian Orchid, and that is going to be my transition shade. So I am just back and forth blending that color on the crease of my eye in windshield wiper motions. And I first focus it a little bit closer to the eyelid, and then I start going upwards with it closer to my eyebrow. And since my eyebrow goes out this way, I take it close to my eyebrow in that same form. I basically want to have an even space underneath my eyebrow that doesn't have eyeshadow. I grabbed a little more and I'm starting on the outer corner and blending it inwards. I start on the outer corner first because I want the most pigment to stay back there, and then just blend forward. By the way, if I sound funny, this is my morning voice. I'm getting ready to go to work with this look. Okay, so right here. Next, I'm going to grab the color Venomous Void with my number 1 brush from REPHR, and I'm going to start by tapping that color right here on the outer corner of my eye. And once the color is placed there, we're going to start blending it into the crease with very light pressure on that same number 1 brush, and from the outside in once again. And we're going to start going a little higher with it so that it blends into the first color we put on, but we're not going to take it all the way up like the first color. Back with my number 15, which is the big fluffy brush, nothing added to it. We're just going to make sure that things are blending into each other on the crease. Next, I'm grabbing the color Violet Void with my number 2 brush from REPHR, and I'm going to start just back and forth tapping that one on the eyelid from the front until it meets with that outer corner color right here. And I'm just doing very small tapping motions because I want that pigment to stay in place. This purple sparkly shade is one of my favorite ones from this palette for sure. Okay, I know it looks a little funky because it's not mixed into the outer corner yet, and we don't have anything on the inner corner right now, but it gets better. With the color Cosmic and my number 3 brush from REPHR, we're going to do that innermost corner of the eye right there and bring that color over the purple ever so slightly right here. And this changes the look and it makes it look so pretty. And don't be shy with your Cosmic. I just went back to it a second time. And now to make this back side make sense, with the number 14 brush from REPHR and the color Venomous Void, we're going to intensify this outer corner. Back with the big fluffy brush, just making sure everything looks blended up here on the crease of the eye. Okay, I just went back and made sure both of my eyes looked the same, and this is the top of look number 1. Let me put on some face makeup and I'll be back to finish it up. I'm back, and for under the eyes, I'm going to start with the color Venomous Void and the number 13 brush from REPHR, and I'm just swiping that color back and forth underneath the eye to recreate the same depth that we have on the outer corner, and just connect it right here at the end. And next, with the color Venusian Orchid, we're going to just blend that down a little further, just smoke it down back and forth, very light pressure. And then last but not least, the color Cosmic on the inner corner, connecting with the bottom and the top of the eye. Once again, don't be shy with it. I love a lot of sparkle in that inner corner. For the waterline, I'm going to use Perpetrator from Fenty. And this is look number 1 without mascara on. Let me put on some mascara and show you the final look. Alright, I'm back, and this is what it looks like with mascara on. I would love to show you with some lashes, but I'm currently running late for work, so I gotta go. So this is the final look number 1. I'm going to start look number 2 with the color Corruption on my REPHR number 15 brush, and I'm going to start by tapping that color right on the outer corner of the eye. And I actually want to see if I can use this color on my crease, because I feel like it could maybe be used as a crease shade as well. So I'm just tapping it on the outer corner of my eye and elevating it a little bit towards the brow. And as you can see, this is a beautiful dual chrome shade, and I'm just tapping and swiping it upwards right here, not too high. Next, with my REPHR number 12, I'm going to start blending that upper edge I created, because I want to be able to skip a matte shade for this look, so I need this color to blend out. So I'm just swiping this number 12 brush back and forth, and this one's very tightly packed, so I'm hoping that it'll help me blend things out real nicely. And now, with whatever's on that brush, I'm going to start pushing that color forward, and I think I managed to make any harsh lines disappear. Back with that same color in the number 15, I'm going to intensify it, because I feel like I blended it out too much. And this is how things are looking for the moment being. With my REPHR number 1 in the color Bronze, we're going to tackle the center of the eyelid and just tap and swipe that color into that first color we put on. And I'm leaving the inner corner of the eye blank and just pushing it onto the crease a little bit with the tip of that number 1 brush from REPHR. Next, with the color Lunar Champagne and my number 2 brush from REPHR, we're going to do the inner corner of the eye and brighten things up real nicely here. And this is what things are looking like for the moment being. I don't think I've ever done an all shimmer look on my channel, so make sure you like shimmer if you attempt this look. I really didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I'm liking it, so let me do my face makeup and I'll be back and we'll finish this one up. Back with some makeup on, and I'm going to add the color Corruption to my under eyes. I think I'm going to go all the way across with it. Oh my god, this color looks beautiful right there underneath the lashes. I love it. I'm using the REPHR number 3 brush, by the way. And of course, I'm going to tie it right here at the end with the top. To blend this out, I'm going to use my number 14 brush with that same dual chrome shade. And I'm just going to back and forth diffuse it underneath the eyes a little bit. I feel like when you fully blend it out, it has a little bit of like a grayish, greenish hue that is really pretty and very contrasting to the purple hues. So just like this, and I feel like a look with this much shimmer is missing some sparkle. So I think, let me see what I want to do for the inner corner. For the inner corner, I want to use the color Lunar Champagne and just blend it in to what I already had there. For my waterline and to tightline, I'm using Pure's brown eyeliner, and this is what I have for look number 2. Let me put on some mascara and show you what that looks like. Back with mascara on, this is look number 2 right here with just mascara. I really love the way this one turned out. It has no matte shades in it. I am so impressed that I like stuck to my guns and did a look with no mattes. And feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it turned out really beautiful. I would definitely wear this out of my house. I think it looks so pretty. Let me do some lashes and show you the final look number 2. Back with the Glamnetic lashes in the style Brat, which I really like, and this is the final look number 2 right here. My favorite color from this look is definitely the color Corruption. I really love the way it blended, and I love how it looks when it's nice and intense as well. Let's go ahead and move on to the third look. For look number 3, I'm going to start with the color Major Mahogany and my number 15 brush from REPHR, and I'm going to start by just back and forth very lightly swiping that color on the crease of my eye, just back and forth. And I didn't use an eyelid primer, I used the Lancome Tinted Oil Concealer all over my eyelid. This is what I always clean underneath my eyebrows with, and I just kind of put it all over my eyelid, did not set it with anything. I sometimes like the way the eyeshadows glide on top of this. So now that the eyeshadow is kind of placed where I want it, I'm going to start blending. So with very light pressure, I'm back and forth diffusing that color upwards towards the brow. Now that that color is diffused all over the crease of my eye, and I do have plans to intensify it even more afterwards, but first I want to use the color Saturnalia on my number 1 brush from REPHR, and I'm going to pat it right on the center of my eyelid. And this is a beautiful shimmer red shade with little bits of sparkle in the formula. And I'm just at first patting it right in the center of the eyelid. Next, with that same brush, I'm grabbing the color Smoked Amethyst, and I'm going to place it right on the outer corner of the eye right here. Pat it in place first with the number 1 brush from REPHR, and then I'm going to start blending it into the crease. And this is like a very dark purpley black shade with some pink sparkles in there, and I'm just blending it around that red, bringing it forward a little bit. And now with my number 14 and a little bit more mahogany, we're going to blend out that edge. And this just turned into a really dark smoky eye, and I'm loving it. If there's something you have to know about this Pat McGrath palette, is that this palette is not for natural looks. This is for the dramatic, glamorous looks for sure. Back with a bit more Saturnalia, I want to just touch up that red on the eyelid. And next I'm going to use Galactic Gold on my number 2 brush from REPHR and add it to this inner corner right here, extending it over the red ever so slightly. Okay, and so this is what things are looking like right now. Let's put on some makeup and let me be right back to finish up look number 3. I'm back with some makeup on, and to continue this look I'm going to go back to that mahogany shade, and I'm going to back and forth blend it underneath my eye. And I'm using the number 13 brush from REPHR, which is just absolute perfection for this. And I'm going to take it all the way down here underneath my eye and just mix it all really nicely. And I'm going back a second time because I want this to be pretty dark, just like the top of the eye is. We're going for a dramatic smoky eye that we are going to wear inside our house for the time being, and that's okay. To intensify things a little more, I'm grabbing my Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner in black, and I'm going to just back and forth put it in my waterline and a little bit in between my lashes as well, my lower lashes here, because we're going to make this real nice and dark. And then I'm going to blend that with my number 13 brush as well, just back and forth underneath the eye, blending it into the color Mahogany. I might have gone a little heavy-handed on the eyeliner because I was focused on it being on camera and didn't realize that I kept adding and adding and adding more. So we'll see. And yes, I definitely added a bit too much eyeliner, but it's okay. This is going to look good once we have lashes and mascara on, and it's just an extra intense smoky eye that we're creating, and that's okay. Sometimes you gotta be extra. So let me go ahead and put on some mascara. Back, and this is look number 3 with mascara on. I went ahead and layered on my Grande mascara. The link to it is down below if you guys are interested. I've been really enjoying this one lately. And now let me put some lashes on. I feel like this dark of a smoky eye deserves some lashes. Back with my Glamnetic lashes on in the style Brat, and I'm going to use Galactic Gold right here on the inner corner of my eye. I'm applying it with the REPHR number 3 brush. Okay, and this right here is look number 3. really nice dramatic smoky eye. Feel free to do less black eyeliner at the bottom. Like I said, went a little bit above and beyond with that one. I still really like the way that the look turned out though. This one is very fall, very bold. Let me know what you think down below. Don't forget to comment which look was your favorite one by the end of the video. Let's move on to the fourth one. Okay, so let's begin look number 4 with the color Gold Standard. I have it right here on my number 2 brush from REPHR, and I'm going to start by patting this color right in the center of my eyelid. I definitely wanted to do something with this color. This is the most like yellowy gold ever. And I'm going back a second time to intensify that pigment right there, right through the center of my eye, all the way up to the crease. And just pat, 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 pat that color all over. Next, I have the color Megabyte on my REPHR number 3 brush, and I'm going to start patting this color through the edge of that gold. Just up and down, pat the color right there, blend it into the gold ever so slightly. I'm going back a second time because I want the green in a bigger area, and this brush is quite small, so you could do a bigger brush, but I just want it to be very detailed, I guess, with my application. And I'm going to do the same thing right here on the other side, so just pat that green shade over the edge of the gold. Next, with my REPHR number 13, I'm going to grab the color Mahogany and put it on the outermost corner of the eye. And as you can see, I am first just packing that shade in place. Pack it, pack it, pack it right there with a small brush, just like the number 13 from REPHR. A little more Mahogany, and we're going to do the same on the innermost corner of the eye right here. Or the inner corner of the eyelid, I should say, not the eye, because I will put a sparkle on the inner corner of the eye later. And I'm going to start racing that Mahogany shade over the other colors we put on with this very detailed blending brush. I'm going to pull it all the way back here a little bit so that it's like an even line underneath my brow per se, which we're going to diffuse later, but you know, we want it to be even. So now with the REPHR number 12, which is like a thicker, more dense brush, I'm going to attempt to diffuse that edge I created and blend out Mahogany. I feel like because this brush is a little bit thicker and denser, it allows me to blend out any edges very easily. See, I'm just running it through the edge. Back with the number 13, nothing added. I'm just kind of making sure that things look nice and blended. I'm going to run it through this upper edge of the shimmer as well, just to blend things a little better up here as well. And I'm going to add a little more Mahogany, why not? Just patting it on the outer and inner corners. Let me leave it at this for now. Let me do my face makeup and I'll be right back to finish this one up. Back with the number 13 and the color Mahogany, I'm going to blend it underneath my eye. And with my REPHR number 1 brush, nothing added to it. I'm just going to soften my bottom edges here, just back and forth with that brush, all the way to the back here. I'm going to use my brown eyeliner from Pure in my waterline and also in between my lower lash line. Back with the number 13, I'm just going to smudge it a little bit underneath into that Mahogany shade by just back and forth running this brush by that eyeliner. And lastly, I'm going to use the color Galactic Gold in the inner corner of the eye. And I'm going to pat some right here in the center as well. Okay, so this is look number 4 before mascara. Let me put on some mascara and show you what that would look like. Back with some mascara on, this is what look number 4 is like. Also kind of like more dramatic than I usually do, but like I said, I feel like there's not such thing. I mean, you could, but I don't know. There's no point of making a very like wearable look with this palette because all of the colors and shimmers and just formulas are very like dramatic and pigmented, so I feel like these are the looks that just naturally come out for me. Let me put on some lashes and show you the final look. Okay, back with some lashes on. These are the Brat lashes by Glamnetic, And this right here is look number 4. I really like how this one came out. I love the green and the gold together and all the shimmer and sparkle, of course. And yes, let's see what I come up with for the last look. Okay, so for the 5th and final look, I'm going to get my number 15 brush from REPHR and the color Venusian Orchid. And we are going to just back and forth blend this color on the crease of my eye. This one is a nice light shade, very easy to use as a transition shade. I'm adding a little bit extra to the outer corner, working it into the crease. And now that everything looks nice and smooth, I'm going to get a little bit of Venomous Void on that same brush and just lightly add it onto the outer corner. And the reason I'm going in with this brush is because I don't want to make it too intense. I just kind of want it to deepen things up a little bit, but I don't want a very dramatic change. Now that I have those two colors layered nicely, I'm going to go in with my REPHR number 2 and the color Dragonfly, and I'm going to apply it to the eyelid. And I'm just patting and swiping that color kind of all the way through to the middle of the eyelid. With the other side of that same brush and the color Electron, we are going to pat that color in between the outer corner and the eyelid shade. Okay, and I feel like this is like a lot easier than a lot of the other looks I've done, but I'm leaving it for now right here. I'm going to do my face makeup and I'll be back to finish it up. Back with some makeup on, and I'm going to use my Perpetrator liner from Fenty, and I want to put it in the waterline and also a little bit in between my lower lashes. And with my REPHR number 3 brush and the color Venomous Void, I'm going to just run that color underneath my liner there, make it meet at the end right here. And then with the REPHR number 14 and Venusian Orchid, we are going to just blend that out even further. Last but not least, we're going to add Cosmic on the inner corner of the eye, and I'm using the REPHR number 2 brush. Okay, so finally this is look number 5 right here. Let's see what it looks like with some mascara on. Okay, so I am back with the lashes. I feel like this is my favorite look from this video. I think it's, you know, it's that color, man. It's that dual chrome shade on the eyelid that really does it for me. It's the best color hands down in this palette, and I really love the way that this one came out. I just looked at the name of the color. It's called Dragonfly. I keep forgetting. I love that shade. When I did my 3 looks and review video, it looked amazing with the mahogany on the crease, and in this video it looks amazing with the more pinky purpley shades on the crease. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Vote from 1 to 5 which one is your favorite one. Okay guys, so I am back. As you can see, this is look number 5. Absolutely my favorite one that I did in this video. I also loved when I used this color with other shades around it on my review video. So again, if you haven't yet, please go check it out. Let me know in the comment section which look was your favorite one. I am definitely very interested in knowing that. I always love to know which looks that I do are the most popular or which looks you guys are the most interested in. So please let me know down in the comment section. And if you want to know anything that I'm wearing, from primer, moisturizer, setting spray, anything and everything on my face is linked down in the description box of this video in case you guys are interested. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave, and if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please don't leave without hitting that red button. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you back in the next one. Bye!